Greetings, my students and scientists. Today we're going to be taking a look at a bit of a what-if scenario set in motion by, well, lots of different things, but made popular through Star Trek with their episode of Broken Mirrors. Today we're going to be taking a look at Shattered Glass, Ultra Magnus, and Rodimus Necronus from Power of the Primes, who is there to represent Shattered Glass, Rodimus Prime. And that's who we're going to start with. So Power of the Primes was the last series to be released by Hasbro in about 2017-2018. And many people were quite surprised to see that Shattered Glass was getting representation with this character, who they dubbed in the show Rodimus Necronus, the Unicron Hot Rod, who did eventually go full, Captain. Well, full corrupted. And he rolls pretty good. And he is slightly shorter than that of Magnus. To take him out of car carrier mode, you just flip the panels forwards, untab these panels from the side here, fold these panels back, and just untab, because this tabs into there, and there's two tabs. We'll tab two tabs to the back of his feet there. We'll tab into some bolts there, and here you've got him in his cupboard. And it's alright as hot rods go, and for 2018 it was okay. Let's transform him, shall we? First of all, you want to bring these side panels all the way back up, rotate the cupboard, and untab the arms from their position. You're then going to bring forward the chest, pull it and rotate around, and fold back in till you got his head facing forwards. Untap his arms, come down to his legs, and you're going to essentially bring them down and out at the same time, because that's how this port is. Rotate this around and fold it back up. Push the front of his shins up towards the knee, fold down his feet towards the knee and his feet. And here he is in his robot mode, and it's actually pretty good. Compared to Power of the Prime, compared to Kingdom and Seed and the newer versions of Hot Rod, including the Studio Series one, this Hot Rod isn't bad. I do love the dark purple and the black and blood red decaling, almost a bit of a homage to Nemesis Prime. But yep, well, really, that's all I can say about that. And he does have some very nice painted eyes. They would have done well. So Articulation Wise, his head cannot do a full 360 because they get blocked by his chin. Arms can do a full 360, but you have to be careful with his back fin. Double jointed elbow, swivel at the elbow because it's on the ball joint, and no articulation at the waist or at the wrist. If you move this panel forward, legs can go forward about yay far, back yay far due to the windshield blocking them, bend at the knee, and foot movability. He did come with a blaster rifle, but that has since got missing. Not much I can do about that. So he can combine with his trailer. So how do we do that? Well, first of all, you're going to want to fold his head back in. And bring his arms up. You're going to then fold them up. You're going to untab and fold these up and bring it down. Because you're going to basically untab at this part, bring his legs out and down. And then you're going to fold them in. You're going to basically come here, fold in, snap up, and then fold up as his knees up. Do that. That is basically all you have to do with the Hot Rod here. That's going to basically fill out his body and torso. You're going to make sure everything is correct as the way you want it. And there you go. Second verse is much like the first. You're going to, for the trailer I mean, you're going to take these two parts off and you're going to fold up these parts here and untab them. You see these two parts here, these two tabs in his arms there are going to tab onto where you revealed them. You also got to make sure you've got them around the right way, because you want this grey part facing forwards. And then you've got one arm done. Second verse is much like the first. Like so. Then you're going to come to here. And what you are going to basically do, fold down his feet, fold out his heel. You are going to then untab this part, bring this part up. Sorry about that. So once you've got all of that done, you are basically going to fold this part. You're going to keep this part up. You're going to fold these parts back. Rotate this part down. And that's going to... Oh, and untap his legs. That's going to reveal his Necronus matrix. Then you're basically going to sandwich this whole thing on top. But you've got to get it in such a way where everything is going to clip together. And here we've got Rodimus Necronus, aka Shadowglass Hot Rod, in his alternate mode, and it's not good. I've got to be honest, the more I keep fiddling around with Power of the Prime stuff, a lot of them are hit and miss, and other than the fact that this is Shadowglass Hot Rod, we have a very lovely face sculpt with the mustache, looking like, sort of like Cyborg Spock here. His articulation takes a big hit. His head is now still unable to do a full 360 again because of his shins. Arms can do a full 360. They can go in and out at these awkward joints. You get a swivel at the bicep and bend at the elbow. And a little bit of wrist articulation. Still nothing at the waist, but the legs can go forward that far and back that far because they're blocked by this. You get 90 degrees of bend and you get some ankle articulation. Really, this mold needs a huge update. I'd like them to take the Kingdom class, well, the Kingdom Commander class Hot Rod and upgrade it. Ultra Magnus here. Aye. So for those of you who do not realize, this is in fact just a slight repaint, slight remold of the Kingdom Leader class Ultra Magnus. By the way, the way you can easily tell it is he comes with Diaclone Magnus's head. You'll find out why he comes with that in a moment. And as you can see, he pays a homage to RID-01 Ultra Magnus with the very lovely car carrier mode, but he can't carry any cars. So, if you want to get a closer look at the truck, you're going to untab from the side there and getting on there, these two clips. And here it is. It's not good. It's not a good truck. I've got to be honest. It looks weird. It looks like somebody has just tried to describe the image of a truck. Like, here are the smokestacks. They're supposed to go on the outside of the truck. Not the inside. But transformation is you want to bring the legs down. Come to the back and fold out the heels. Fold out the arms. And you want to rotate the hands forward. You're going to fold, push this all the way back. Bring the arms up and rotate them around. Bring it down. You're going to tab this slightly so you can pull this forward as well as pull that forward. Fold out the head. Bring that forward. Fold that back in. And it's Magnus in his Optimus Prime mode. And I have to say, I love the colour palettes. The black, the blue, the red, the dark grey, and of course the yellow eyes on the head really do make him pop out. But again, because of the awkwardness of this truck mode, I really wish they'd taken the time to actually do a slightly better version of this. Articulation Wise, his head is on a ball joint, can do a full 360 and look up not that far and look down very far. Arms can do a full 360. They can come out on this joint. Do be careful. They can come out on this joint. You get a bend at the swivel at the bicep and a about 90 degrees of bend. Basically looks like he can carry his morning cup of joe. And of course you do get some articulation in the wrist. You do get some waist articulation. Legs can go forward this far. Do be careful of this tab in here because it is connected to that port right there. That is for truck mode. You about just 90 degrees of bend at the knee. And you do get a little bit of foot articulation. Like I said, it's not the best. And there is a third-party kit out there that you can combine it with, you know, that gives him longer legs, is what I'm trying to say. And of course you can equip him with some weapons. First of all, the standard Magnus Blaster can clip into his hand. And he does come with, and you can equip blast effects from the Kingdom line. And he can go pew pew bang bang, pew pew bang bang. And of course you can give him his very nasty Terminus Blade, complete with the Evil Matrix. Get that quite snug in his hand. And he can go, I will cut you some cheese, brother. Yes, for me, my version of Shatterglass Ultra Magnus is batshit insane. But you're not here to hear me go on about it. You're here to see him combine. So first of all, you want to fold, untab, and fold. I'll put that down. And fold the head back in. You're also going to come to the heels and fold that in. Then you're going to come to the trailer and basically disassemble it. Just take everything off it like you're at a Black Friday. So starting with the feet, you're going to fold this panel in. You're going to fold this panel in. You're going to fold that in till it looks like it's an L. And that's going to come around and hug, because these two tabs here are going to go fit into this hole. You're going to take this, because there's two ports in there, and that's going to clip onto there. You're going to slide in them, and then you're going to hear a click. Or, in this case, not hear a click. Second verse is much like the first. Fold in, down, clip. Fold in. Shoulder pads next. You're going to untab these two and fold up these grey parts. You're then going to find the Autobot, because this is going to go on this shoulder. And this one is going to go on this shoulder. Like so. You're going to come to this part and you're going to untab these two red hunks of plastic. And you're going to slide them on over his wrist. Like so. And there you basically got Magnus nearly there. You're going to come to this part, you're going to fold this part up, and you're going to fold this part down. And then you're going to take it, and you're going to clip it onto the rail in the back here, like so. Fold this down, and tab it into place. Then you're going to take the missiles, and you're going to put them up like that, because that will give you quite a bit. And here you've got Skeletor, the Transformer. No, I kid. Here you've got Shatterglass Ultra Magnus. And I've got to be honest, the robot mode actually, this combined mode actually does save the truck mode, in my opinion. In close here, you can actually see the very lovely head sculpt of him, you know, with his face ripped off. For those of you who do not know, Optimus Prime's a bit of a believer in give me your face, and when Ultra Magnus betrayed him, ripped off his face. Lovely red, and of course this lovely blue and red, and this black and red all do work quite well. Articulation wise, his head is on a ball joint and can look up that far, but it will always default to looking all the way down like he's skimming. Arms, if you move these out of the way, can do a full 360. Go in and out, bicep swivel, bend into the elbow, and you still do get a bit of wrist articulation. You still get a very awkward waist articulation. Legs can go forward that far, back that far, due to this blocking it. 90 degrees of bend, and no foot articulation. Well, except for that, but yeah. So, he can still equip his weapons quite effectively. You can still give him his blaster. Knock over your camera stand at the same time. And there you go, you've got him being able to go pew pew bang bang, or fire his rockets. And of course you can give him his sword. into which he can break it apart. Now, of course, this is the same sword utilized by Laser Optimus Prime / Scourge. And again, if you want to switch the heads around, you can just pull this head off and reattach it with this head. Or if you want to use this as a homage to a eventual Diaclone Ultra Magnus, totally can do that too. So, out of the two Shattered Glass characters, which one would I recommend you getting? In my honest opinion, I'd recommend getting neither. And the simple reason is because this dude suffers a lot from the Kingdom Ultra Magnus problems. The fact that you also have to go... He has a limited amount of articulation. The truck mode looks completely... He is literally parts forming, and the only real reason that you're probably going to want it is, again, for the head sculpt, the weapon, and maybe the Diaclone Magnus head. Shattered Glass Rodimus Prime, aka Spock the Transformer. You're just probably going to want him just because it's a black and purple version of Rodimus Prime. It's not good, it's not great. Simply put it, you'd be better off getting either the Studio Series 86 Hot Rod or the Transformers Kingdom Commander class, Rodimus Prime, because both of them are much better figures than that. This one's just awkward, like he's a teenager going through high school, and this one's just chunky, but it's none of the good chunk. So that ends it with the Shattered Glass alternatives, and again, yes, the real reason why you probably also want to pick up Shattered Glass Ultra Magnus is purple Autobot symbol. How would I rate these figures? I'm not going to rate them. They're not great. They're basically, you're going to get them, transform them a couple of times, put them on your shelf, and leave them up there. Other than that, Ultra Magnus does come with some probably more pretty cool parts that you can use for other Transformers. For example, the red Matrix there, the red weapon, and of course his blaster. The Hot Rod, Rodimus, whatever the hell you want to call him, is just awkward. So that's Doug Everything you want, Spirit, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!